August 28th is the anniversary of the final day for the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom in 1963. After several years of organizing, marching, and protesting, the civil rights movement had finally made its way to our nation's capital for a weekend of peaceful protest. The road through towns and cities in the Deep South wasn't always smooth. We often hear about the initial success of the Montgomery bus boycott and its operation to thwart oppressive segregation and discriminatory policy, but we forget about all the losses the freedom fighters suffered along the way. Lunch counter sit-ins resulting in jail time, bombings at homes and churches, and the lack of suffrage throughout the minority community. The three-day event was punctuated with speeches from young, aspiring change agent John Lewis, color barrier-breaking Hollywood star Sidney Poitier, the anthems of the melodic voice of Mahalia Jackson, and capstone with the final speech from Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on August 28th. This day is remembered, as Dr. King said in his remarks, as what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. Now this date, August 28th, was already significant in the black community. In 1955, 8 years earlier, the murder, lynching, and beating of 14-year-old Emmitt Till took a toll on this entire movement and pushed it forward. When his mother chose to have an open casket funeral while allowing the press to publish the photos in magazines and newspapers, the majority was stunned and outraged when an all-white jury found the two defendants not guilty in court. Not guilty in court. This Friday night, August 28th at 8:30, my one-man show experience, One Voice, a Black History Narrative, will air online virtually in its entirety for the first time. Now, this show will be different. Earlier this summer, for the Juneteenth special, the Black and Blue highlighted the upstate issues of problems, protests, and police. But this time we'll go back to the traditional show that I've showcased on stages for the last 10 years. We're going to be taken to the poetry of James Weldon Johnson. We'll visit the plantation of Frederick Douglass. We'll go to a press conference to hear those sounds from Muhammad Ali, and we'll also enjoy some of the stump speeches from Barack Obama. This experience is something you don't want to miss. One Voice, a Black History Narrative, on this occasion of August 28th, a very significant day in Black history. We'll see you Friday night at 8:30.